Have you ever wondered how our choices, no matter how big or small, can impact the future? Today, we're taking a journey through the legacy of faith, family, and responsibility that begins with Adam and Eve and continues through Noah. From the very first humans created in God's image to the generations that followed, this story teaches us lessons about the importance of living with purpose, passing down wisdom, and embracing the responsibilities we have in this world. But as we follow the lives of Adam, Seth, Enosh, and others, a key question arises. How can the actions and choices of one generation shape the generations that follow? From a long line of faithful men, we'll discover how the legacy of faith can carry through time, even when faced with incredible challenges. And when we reach Noah, we'll see just how pivotal one individual's faithfulness can be in changing the course of history. So, stick around to explore how these ancient stories about faith, responsibility, and legacy are still incredibly relevant today, and how they offer us the chance to reflect on the choices we make in our own lives. From Adam to Noah, the legacy of faith, family, and responsibility. From Adam to Noah, a modern breakdown. When God created the first humans, Adam and Eve, He made them His image and blessed them with the responsibility to fill the earth. Adam had a long life, living to be 930 years old. When he was 130 years old, he had a son named Seth, who was born in Adam's likeness. Adam lived for another 800 years, having more sons and daughters, and passed away. Seth, following in his father's footsteps, lived for 912 years and had a son named Enosh at the age of 105. After living many more years, Seth passed away. This cycle of long lifespans continued for each generation. Seth's son, Enosh, became the father of Kenan when he was 90 years old. Enosh lived another 815 years, passing away at 905 years old. Kenan, who became a father at 70, lived 910 years before his death. Kenan's son, Mahalalel, was born when he was 65, and Mahalalel lived 895 years. Mahalalel had a son named Jared, who lived 962 years. Jared's son, Enoch, was born when Jared was 162. Enoch's life was different from the others. Instead of just living a long life, Enoch walked faithfully with God for 300 years. Then, unexpectedly, Enoch didn't die like everyone else. Instead, God took him away, sparing him from death. Enoch lived to be 365 years old. Enoch's son, Methuselah, became the father of Lamech at 187 years old. Methuselah lived a remarkable 969 years, the longest lifespan recorded in the Bible. Methuselah's son, Lamech, had a son named Noah when he was 182. Lamech believed that Noah would bring comfort to the world, which was burdened by hard labor and suffering from the curse on the ground. Lamech lived another 595 years after Noah's birth, having other sons and daughters, and died at the age of 777. Noah, the seventh generation from Adam, would go on to become one of the most significant figures in history. At the age of 500, Noah became the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. These sons would be the ancestors of the people who would survive the flood that God planned to bring to cleanse the earth. Noah's story was just beginning, and his role in God's plan would change the world forever. This is my interpretation of the text. The story of Adam to Noah is more than just a list of ages and names. It reflects the idea of legacy, responsibility, and the importance of family. Each generation passed on the duty of caring for the earth, following in the footsteps of Adam and Eve. While their ages are far beyond what we experience today, the story is not focused on the length of life, but on the legacy each individual leaves behind. We are also part of this larger picture, just like Adam's descendants, and we are called to leave a positive legacy no matter how big or small. Another powerful lesson comes from Enoch's life. He walked faithfully with God, which means he lived with integrity and made choices aligned with his values. In today's world, this speaks to the importance of not just living for the sake of living, but living with purpose, faith, and conviction. Enoch's story reminds us that it's not about the number of years we live, but the depth of our relationship with our values and how we walk through life with them. When we live with integrity, our actions can transcend the ordinary and leave a lasting impact on others. Finally, Noah's story brings hope. Lamech believed that Noah would bring comfort to humanity, who were struggling with the curse of the land. This shows us that even in challenging times, there is always a potential for renewal and redemption. Noah's birth represents the possibility of a fresh start and the belief that through faith, the world can be changed for the better. His story teaches us that no matter how difficult things seem, there's always hope for a new beginning. Realistic life example. Just like the generations from Adam to Noah, the choices we make today impact our future and the future of those who come after us. Whether it's the way we treat others, care for the environment, or build our families, we are creating a legacy. Every small decision contributes to the larger picture, and we, too, are tasked with making the world a better place. Think about how your actions today will shape the world for future generations. Just like Seth passed down his responsibility to Enosh, the decisions we make will echo into the future. Enoch's life of walking faithfully with God offers a powerful example for us in a world full of distractions and pressure. It's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But Enoch's life teaches us that living with integrity and purpose is what leads to fulfillment. In today's world, we can emulate this by striving to make decisions that align with our values and seeking spiritual fulfillment. Whether it's through prayer, kindness, or reflection, walking faithfully through life leads to a deeper connection with our purpose. Noah's story also encourages us to remain hopeful and persevere through difficulties. Lamech's faith that Noah would bring comfort shows us that even in tough times, change is possible. Noah was a catalyst for transformation, and so are we. By holding on to faith and continuing to act with integrity, we can bring about positive change in our communities and the world around us. Noah's story teaches us that no matter how difficult life may be, we can rise above and help create a better future. You're called to action. Take some time to reflect on your life and the legacy you're building. What choices are you making today that will impact your future and the future of others? Are you living with purpose, integrity, and kindness? Small changes can lead to big impacts. So think about the positive ways you can contribute to your family, community, or the world. You don't need to make grand gestures. Every small act of kindness and responsibility adds up. Also, consider strengthening your spiritual connection. Like Enoch, living faithfully with God isn't about perfection, but about striving to live a life that reflects your values. Make a daily commitment to live with integrity, whether through small acts of kindness, prayer, or mindfulness. By doing this, you not only strengthen your own spiritual life, but also inspire others to do the same. When we walk with purpose and faith, we leave a legacy of love and positivity. As we wrap up today's episode, take a moment to reflect on the key lesson from the generations of Adam to Noah. Our actions today have a lasting impact on those who come after us. Whether through our faith, our decisions, or how we treat others, we are leaving a legacy. So, as you go about your day, consider the legacy you're building. What are you passing down to the next generation, and how can you make decisions that reflect the values you want to leave behind? Remember, like Noah, we all have the opportunity to make a difference, no matter how big or small. Take today's lesson with you, whether it's about embracing responsibility, living with purpose, or choosing to act with faith. Apply it to your daily life. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll come back next time to continue exploring timeless stories that can guide us today. Until then, take care, live with intention, and remember that every choice you make shapes the future.